Cooking with the vegan zombie. Hey guys, how y'all doing today? This is another episode of Cooking with the Vegan Zombie. I'm John, and tonight I'm going to show you how to make a really delicious nacho cheese sauce that's going to stick to your bones in this frigid weather. Unless it's warm where you are, then I have nothing. To get started, this is a really interesting flavor cheese. We are going to fire roast this orange pepper. It's an orange bell pepper. I'm going to put my stove on high, and I'm going to pop this guy right on the open flame. If you do not have a stove that has an open flame, you have an electric stove, you can roast this in the oven at 450 degrees until it starts to blister. Put a little olive oil on there. Kids, make sure you get your parents' approval before you play with fire. And a pair of tongs helps too, so you don't burn your hands off. Alright, it's done. It's all charred on every side. And you want it to be a little bit more burnt than Anakin Skywalker at the end of episode 3. So after you put Anakin in a bowl like this, you're going to want to cover it so that the steam helps soften the outer skin, because I'm going to peel all that carcinogen off. All the burnt stuff is considered a carcinogen. I think it gives it a nice carcinogenic tang. You're still going to get the nice roasted flavor, but without all the burnt skin. So anyway, we're going to set this aside for 15 minutes and get the rest of our ingredients ready. In here, this measuring cup that I'm holding in my hand, right here, 1.5 cups of cashews, and around a cup of water, a half a cup of water. You might have to juggle a little bit with this. And we're going to pour this right into the Vitamix because we're going to high speed the living heck out of it. I want to give it a nice cheesy color, and that's where a little bit of this turmeric's going to go a long way. About a teaspoon, maybe a tiny bit more. Teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon each of garlic powder and onion powder. I'm using the powders in this recipe because I don't want to put raw garlic and onion up in this because I'm not going to cook it. It'll burn the back of your throat. Like Anakin at the end of episode 3. 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast. This is the point where if it's too liquidy, you'll add a couple more cashews. If it's not blended enough or not blending well, you want to add a little bit more liquid. I have basic science to support that. It wouldn't be a recipe if I didn't put smoked paprika in it, right? 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon, whatever you fancy. Let's see if our pepper's ready. Dun, 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 dun. So what we're going to do is we're going to just cut this. I want to use that liquid. Oh yeah, that's juicy. Get that in this sauce. We're going to cut the seed part off, and I'm gonna make this real easy. You just want to take the blade of your knife, scrape off all that skin. It puts the lotion on its skin. Pop that right in the blender. If you're really scared of the skin, the charred skin, you can rinse it under hot water. I like to live dangerously though. I love the flavor that this roasted orange pepper brings to this sauce. It's so good, and it adds a little color too to give it that nacho cheese. We're gonna kick on the blender now. Let's see what it does, because I have no idea. This is my first time ever cooking in my life, and I'm not even cooking. I'm going to use car ramrod here to stir it up, because maybe I can get away without having to put any liquid in there. Here is our finished product. We've got a nice velvety looking nacho cheese. And the best part about this cheese, besides the fact that it's super delicious, you made it from whole ingredients out of your cupboard instead of buying some. There's some great products out there, but they're a little more expensive, and there's a lot of products in there to keep them shelf stable. So this is a great opportunity or option for you to make it in your very own home. And you're gonna look so cool and sexy, and everybody's gonna love you. Nobody loves me. Anyway, let's give it the old try here. I'm gonna dip my chip up in this. Oh man, it sticks to the chip just like cheese, but there's no cheese in it. I have nacho cheese all over my face, don't I? It's so good, you guys. I love, like I said before, that roasted pepper adds a whole new level to this cheese recipe. You can pour it on your nachos, or Maybe you could even add it to another recipe that maybe we're going to post soon. I don't know. This recipe is good on its own though, so if you guys are looking for a little snack late at night and you got some chips laying around and you got some nutritional yeast and all that other stuff, whip yourself up a batch of this Nacho Cheese. Don't forget to subscribe and survive. High five, beehive, and also like and share this video because it helps us out more than you might know. We'll see you guys. No!